welcome to the Franklin Park City Association meeting for August. In the summer. That's okay. And we were very full agenda tonight. We have a number of key speakers. We've got candidates. We've got regular updates. We've got new projects and a couple of other things to talk about. But as I said, let's start with the NEAC. We really, as I said, we have a full agenda. Some other people coming over. But if we can give you 3 minutes of peace, please. I appreciate that you respect time. Let us know who you are, what you're about, where you're going, you know, how fast you get there. And succinctly within 3 minutes. But before we do that, just so you know who's at the table, yes, I'm talking because I'm doing a little Walker and I'm president of the City Association. You are?
I'm the leader, volunteer coordinator. Jamie McCleese, also at the Columbus Marathon.
I'm Lane Haynes and
Josh, I'm a candidate for District 4 in this thing.
Katie Nelson, vice president of the Living Willis, long time resident.
I'm
I'm going Sword and I'm SSL.
I'm Fred with President Trustee. I'm Peter Ford. I'm candidate for NEAC and Park Association members.
And the wife is Beth Gordon. We're new residents, and I've been coming to meetings volunteer.
Carol, on this Franklin Park City Association.
I'm Bruce Weber. I'm a trustee on the board.
Jay Bolts, elections chair for the FPCA.
All right, good. So 1, 2, start who's our timekeeper?
I got
3 minutes. Let's hold on. We got someone coming to the door here. Richard Jordan, Richard Jordan, Richard. Okay, all right.
I did not. Oh, you want one side? Will Willis, FPCA Treasurer, and Junior and
Walker, Central, just a quiet first. Good.
Agendas are right here and grab one.
I'll pass it out.
Pass them out. I'll pass them out. And then
Okay. 1, 2, 3, Thursday, you ready?
yeah.
I'm a district court commissioner. Really to improve the quality of life for all residents of our district. I live in the second neighborhood, east side on roads important. And if you're familiar with the area, our needs are very, very unique from the rest of the. We're situated right next to manufacturing, commercial, and residential zones. And I'm really passionate about allowing opportunity for certain individuals. Speaking with a lot of the residents, these are common residents, a lot of disputes, please publicly for our South Main. It's a little bit difficult to start, right? And I think possibly my grandparents, Rosemary and Thomas, develop a lot of the park area. And it's very much work. I have a piece of quick flyers of my background. I run legal engineering at Pinterest. I'm also flying in fashion brand. So I would say that I'm not necessarily like this is like my first year being involved in the NEAC. I just bought my house in 2020, so I want to be more involved and
and so with Micah, I also moved to so something very here. But I've been renovating my house for the last year, which makes sense as an architect. So that's my day job downtown, and for a neighborhood. So it's helpful. Everybody. So looking around specifically when I was in my neighborhood, I was kind of shocked at this for nature of the infrastructure over the South Main, compared to my previous neighborhood, as place, which was pretty Ohio State University. And so that was what prompted me to get involved once I moved over to the center as well.
Oh, you're taking a Ranger.
There, and I love being involved. I'm very interested in trying perhaps interpret. I use a computer and on the other side of the table as an architect during my job. So each neighborhood is super detailed, and like I said, the South of Maine's challenges are very different from those central heavies and Franklin Park as well. And I guess maybe have a third member representing this report seeming to be from the South of Maine. I'm also really interested in transition prior to moving to Columbus 7 years ago. So the East-West Corridor project, the this initiative get started. I've been attending those meetings. I'm really interested to see how they'll impact the Main Street corridor and actually the Broad Street corridor as they roll out bus traffic transit to our area. And I'm also downtown planning meetings as well as the new zoning code meetings. So I'm basically a teacher. So hopefully I can bring skills to the group that helps support the neighborhood just through my other passion. So I'm excited.
No questions for you.
No questions for you. All right. Yes. Forgive me taking this up. I don't speak well with the line. Thanks for giving me so much of your time. I know you're doing this full. I really appreciate it. My name is Peter Porta, along with Mike and Joshua. I'm also on the ballot for the open seat for District 4 Commissioner for NEAC. I'm seeking the seat for two primary reasons. First, this is a time of significant change for the New York area. I'd like to be involved in making sure that the neighborhood stays diversity and flavor that makes it the vibrant neighborhood that it is today. And that's age diversity, economic diversity, racial diversity, beyond the mechanics of the commission and being vocal advocates for everything that goes into that type of into the fabric of the community. That includes public transit, includes affordable housing, it includes much more than kind of the mechanics of commission's work. So that's important to me. I think NEAC is a really good opportunity to help do that. Second, it's also time of significant change in NEAC.
NEAC is a volunteer organization. Commissioners only have so much time. We have a really busy young folks who represent everybody. There's been a lot of turnover, and there's a lot of new people on NEAC. Now's the time, I think, to work with the community to help figure out what do we really want NEAC to focus on, how do we want NEAC to represent our voices to the city, what else do we want NEAC to become involved in. So zoning is a given, right? There's a lot of other ways that we rely on the city, which we can interact with the city. And whether that's police, streets, waste, utilities, schools, parks. We can't do it all, but I think that now's a good time to help hear the neighborhood, what should we be focusing on? So those are my primary interests. I think I'm a good candidate to help do these things. Spent the last couple of decades leading large contractors and trade types of businesses. It means I've spent the better part of my career working to solve problems that impact a lot of people that are complex, that have a bunch of people with very different needs, objectives, views of the situation. I've built skills and experience that involve listening, understanding, coming up with the right compromise and solutions. And I think that's a really valuable skill set for something like that. So I'm not an expert in zoning, not an expert in planning, not an expert in development, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a politician, I've never been in government, I'm not in development. I've spent decades working with a variety of experts and a large number of normal people to figure out what's the best thing to do, what's really needed, how do we get everybody on board with it, and then how do we build it. I think that experience is relevant, and I think it could help me.
Well, quick.
Thank you for your time.
Information passed around, if there's questions for the supervisor, please contact them directly. And look on our website until we get to that. When you go to the website or Facebook page, that's fine as well. I'm sure that you'll get it.
I was saying, if you also want to let me know your email address for the chat, so we can email you or text you if you would like. Or just let me know.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Let me ask real quick, if these two candidates will wave people on the camera, they got brush out of here. All right.
Well, you want to share, you want to get this, okay?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
Okay. So we have this now with our chief speaker, with our Equitas, and
All right, hello, everybody. Thank you all for having us. We really appreciate being on here today. Take the time to talk about the work we do at Equitas. We are a nonprofit community health center based in the King Lincoln area, right off 750 East Long Street, in the same building where the street in. And we've been there for several years, in 2015, but we're the only community health center in the neighborhood. And one thing that we're very passionate about at Equitas Health is really building what we consider healthcare together in our community. We have a mobile healthcare clinic that travels around to areas to provide various services. Some of the key services we provide are dental care, behavioral health, primary care. We are also very focused on LGBTQ healthcare and HIV activism. We are the largest provider of community care in the state of Ohio. We have 19 sites around Ohio, and we are we're considered a large community health center in the state of Ohio. So really, our mission and our vision is providing a welcoming healthcare home for anyone that needs healthcare. We believe that everybody is worthy
the same level of healthcare that Jeff Bezos achieves, or any other millionaire country. Everyone deserves to have their healthcare right. It should not be different. So that's what I'm thinking. I have to be my main colleague, Dr. Lily Nathan, who's going to be leading our COVID vaccination response.
No, this one.
That's really the beginning. COVID. And, all over Ohio. We've been making sure we're providing, we're going to where communities are. When the COVID first hit, I'm sure everyone is aware there was a big equity response that needed to happen. There were a lot of people who were of color, who were under poverty, who were being disproportionately affected by COVID. And so we really jumped into the scene by providing pop-up vaccination clinics in neighborhoods, especially that had healthcare. And so we have some information here that we'll pass around. I will also pass it on.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple things I wanted to mention. My name is Olivia Nathan. Such a pleasure to be here with you all. And one of the reasons why I'm so excited is because 2 years ago this would be possible to gather in person. We've made so much progress in the COVID-19 pandemic. And one of the reasons that is true is because of one of the powerful tools that we have in our toolkit, which is the COVID-19 vaccination. So as Elaine said, our mission is to serve the community, promote vaccine equity, and to eliminate health disparities. So as you may or may not know, there is a new vaccine that's coming out, I would say in the next couple of weeks. It's a bivalent COVID-19 vaccination booster that is going to address the Omicron variant, which is really running rampant in our communities right now. COVID is getting a little tricky. We've had probably the first 2 doses and then a booster, and now it's like, well, am I eligible for my second booster? Should I get my second booster? Is this important? And the answer to all those questions is yes. So our goal is to make sure that the vaccines are accessible to community members. So we're happy to come out, do a vaccination clinic. I have resources here. If you have questions about where you are in the vaccination series, but we take it very seriously the work that we do. And our mission really is to make sure that we are ready where they are, because we truly believe that everybody is worthy of the wonderful, wholesome healthcare. So if you have any questions about vaccination or any of our services, we're happy to answer those at this time. And I just want to pass around vaccination schedule for the CDC, so you can take a look at where you are, and then that makes sense. Thank you so much.
Questions for Dr. Nathan?
Probably not announcements, right? How often are the secondary vaccination that you can get once you do that?
The Paxlovid,
That's it.
okay, so that's not a vaccine, but that's treatment. So if you were to get COVID and you fall in a high risk category, you could be eligible for that. But if you've been vaccinated and you don't fall in a high risk category, truly it's really no reason to be vaccinated.
So you say that anybody over the age of 70 is in a high risk.
So your immune system is probably more compromised, I would say yes, but definitely a conversation you want to have with your primary care physician to see if that's something that you're eligible for. You have to start that medication 5 days, so from the time that you're diagnosed or you test positive. So a lot of people follow that window, and it's really just kind of shorten the length that you have symptoms. So it's a case by case basis.
So is there a requirement for referral to get this?
The Paxlovid, no. And we do prescribe it at our clinic. A little trickier, but we can do that.
Other questions or comments? So what is the name of the vaccine?
So the new vaccine will be available to folks who have gotten Adjourn or Pfizer. And so if you're at your booster phase, you can mix. So Adjourn will have one and Pfizer. So it'll be up to you what brand you want to go with. That's a really great question.
And is it the same, get your booster and maybe what, 6 months later, get another one?
So it's a little bit different for this one. It's like 5 months. And then you have to qualify for the information. But yeah, it's hard to answer those specific questions.
I do have to take the same color. My first response was Pfizer, and my fourth was Moderna, so you can switch from Pfizer to Moderna.
Yes, once you finish your primary series, you can definitely fill it, yeah.
Any questions from online or Equitas?
Just curious, do you guys provide any transportation, accessibility for those folks who take families to university?
For vaccines or just primary care?
Yeah, we do. It's, when you call into our line, you can, we provide various services, assistance programs. And so the reason we set up a navigator, we just kind of help you understand or apply, figure out if you're eligible for certain services and that transportation is definitely like that.
The help navigating would be that good first kind of point of contact for folks.
Yeah, our call navigation is your first point of contact. When you're talking to them on the phone and kind of going through what their needs are, they will set you up with call navigation.
Anything online? Any questions or comments from online?
I was just thank you for sharing your expertise.
Very good.
Think about, pricing for the atlas, do you have programs, you know, for uninsured, how does that?
Yes, so we are FPCA, but we call health center, so we're legally actually required by our government to provide all services, no matter if someone has, basically. And so, like I mentioned, help navigators, whenever you're working with our team, you have a financial accountability set up with to talk through what, again, helping apply for different programs to help whatever insurance you have, if you're insured, underinsured, not insured at all, they work with you specifically to figure out how to best deal with the costs out there. That's one of the main areas that we have to work against in healthcare is the cost. And that's one of the things that we're really focused on after stuff, making sure that cost is never a barrier to health. That's one thing. Keep it in the mission.
And we do have a slide of detail.
Yes.
And then one of the big things is if we utilize our pharmacy, it's open to the public. All of that revenue goes back into the organization to be able to fund all of the programs that we serve that are servicing the community. So that's huge. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize, they think you have to be a patient at Equitas Health to utilize our pharmacy, and that's not true.
So we can get our prescriptions.
Yes,
And,
yes.
Our insurance field is just some kind of.
Exactly.
And then, the pharmacy is on the first floor
Okay, when you get it's on the first floor, yep.
there? Of course.
Yes.
While we're on prescription, I know this is different, but, Ernestine Jackson was out there with me tonight, and she sent an email, showing how AIP now has a program in help with prescription costs. So we might want to make it, we'll try to put it on our, Facebook or something as well.
It's on the calendar.
It's on the calendar. But if you want more information, you can contact me or Will or Ernestine. But they got a whole, they help prescription costs. I know that I see the regular stuff. Okay? So we'll move on to college grandpa. There you are.
Thank you, yeah.
So, Dean and I are the volunteer coordinators for the Children's Hospital Economics Marathon. So you probably know, it comes down through your neighborhood every October. It is a wonderful event that is Nationwide Children's Hospital. There's a half marathon and full marathon. We typically get our highest count of 14,000 runners. So you can imagine the participant count that we receive. We do have to house and all our water stations. We have a water station here at our park. And we are always looking for volunteers, and we would love, it's always nice to get local community involvement at the water stations, that come out and support the runners and the folks involved. So it's on Sunday after meet. We provide all of the details for you to properly run a water station, all the supplies that you need. We truly just need people to be out, get set up, provide the beverages, and be there for your folks that are. So we have some information here, including a course map that will show you kind of where the water station is located. If you've not seen it in our garage before, kind of what you can expect from things like around the station. Typically, what we'll do is ask for one person to be kind of captain to oversee the station. It doesn't require much of you except just to kind of be the contact person for us and anybody has additional questions going on. But it's a great way to get back to the community and get back to the kids. So obviously we have children, we have a team, we have nomination champions at every mile, and so these are kids that really been treated as children. And so we have raised so much money for the hospital and a wonderful affiliation. So again, love my involvement. JD is the coordinator over the water station. She's kind of our point coordinator, and I coordinate start finish line and expo and all together. So together, I think we made a pretty darn good team, and we're very passionate about this. So if you're volunteer, please let us know. You can email us at volunteer@commonwealthmarathon.com, and we will get right back to you. If you want to volunteer as a group, we can take care of that for you. If you know any groups, or we need 3,000 volunteers here. So
we have to have a sign.
we're doing it. Oh, great. Okay. Fantastic. So you already are committed to this job, and
We're growing into it, to this person, but I have somebody that, this gentleman right here, somebody who has a long history with America. Go ahead.
Not just choice.
Right.
Because he won an award two for the best marathon party.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this.
sure, that's wonderful.
We'll come back in high standards.
So we had, you can imagine, we were able to do marathon last year, but we had a much smaller version of COVID. So we do expect, we're just talking about participate out there. So we're hoping that we can boost our volunteer count as well, because that is also a slow return.
So this water stop, which is, I imagine, right near one of the driveways. The map is
It's right on Broad. So on Broad Street, the grassy area, like right there on right, yeah.
Well, conservative.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so, was the runners be going out?
Well, they go out because it'll be miles and it's actually steamboat. You'll see both sides, you will only service them as they're coming out, and mile like 6.5.
Yes, so your water's not number 3 on the course, so it's yard mile 6.5, like you said. That's what you're talking about. Your stop can typically get very busy because most people, if they're not ready to stop at the first, they may even be okay with the second or by the third. So
How many volunteers do you normally
ask for 6. We can make it work with less, but
With gathering some of those volunteers for the stops as well, I mean,
yeah, we certainly do our best for things like this, but yes, if you have no many groups or anybody, we'll reach out to some people, yeah, whatever we can.
Where is stop 2? I guess we're
St.
figure out
Charles.
Charles. Okay.
Yeah, so the race starts at Neal and Long, so right by St. Park is how the race starts, and they come straight out, they have to turn straight out this way, and then they go all the way back to Drexel. We kind of go around, loop, and that's how they end up coming back. Drexel remains Nelson, and then they come back up Broad, workshop 7 is Drexel.
When the runners on the other side, right, they won't cross.
Other runners, right, yeah.
There was a group the past couple of years from OSU that ran this water stop. Several of them are interested in coming back. They just, they don't have they had a captain ran the stop and he stepped away and got a new job. And some of the volunteers, but not all of them. So I know several that will be back. They've done it for a few years.
We do have one requirement.
Yes.
We have to be able to play music.
Yes.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
We have a gentleman who's in charge of just the music throughout the entire
You
course.
should have.
DJ,
Yeah.
organs, yes.
Okay.
Big
We have
sign.
any DJs in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Association.
Yeah.
I mean, we get 10, the self-employed association, we get 10 volunteers for each one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're happy to do that for you, rather, if you want to email us and say, hey, here's the association, or on Facebook. Sometimes you just don't know about these, right? So you can point us in the right direction.
Is there one master database of volunteer people actually?
Yes, yes. So we would
Everybody
like-
says what it's saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we would send, it's just Columbus Marathon, it's volunteer, Columbus Marathon Volunteer.com. If you go to the Columbus Marathon website, it'll say volunteer, click here, and it'll take. But if we know a group that wants to volunteer and they want to make sure they're together, we'll create your group and have to register individually just for liability purposes and make sure you get a t-shirt and all that good stuff. But then when you sign up, you can identify yourself with that group. So if for some reason you end up in the wrong place, Jamie and I go through like before the race and we sort by groups to make sure we don't have outliers somewhere that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, no.
The shift is just like, you guys are an early shift, so that's good and bad, right? So early to start, but early to be done. So I think this one is.
Well, something from.
6 to 10. 6 from about 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. There's no more. You make a late service to church, you can still make a late service.
Does it still turn on 18 minutes right?
Yes, after, yeah, so it drops back. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
So, is it dress code? I mean, do you have to wear marathon?
You do not, you will all receive a free marathon volunteer t-shirt. You are not required to wear it. We encourage you to wear it. You absolutely can, yes, you absolutely can.
Because we want people to know that they came through the right program.
Yes, it is absolutely. Please tell yourself.
Can I ask that, is there other questions, the public, any question online for Columbus Marathon? Columbus Marathon questions online? Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, the more they send us the paperwork that way, if you want to look at it, they get a hold of us.
Yeah, we definitely.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Questions in the room?
Any questions online for the minutes from last month's meeting?
Going forward in the agenda folder, the monthly folder, Treasury Report, which we'll hear about next, will be included with the agenda. So last call for questions.
Motion to accept the minutes?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. Moving on to the treasurer.
Thank you. The Treasury Report is very brief. I would say in retrospect that we have finalized all the income and expenses that we expected in relation to the mingle which was held here. And if you didn't get one, this package may report. And we had only a small increase in income as a result of the donation that was made. And we had our regular recurring monthly expense. So if you have any questions about that, write to me here at FP Civic. Next, just want to update on the IRS application for charitable organization status. Many of you remember that we had applied to the IRS, and we actually applied effective May 6th, about 109 days ago, a little over 3 months ago. Their turnaround time seems to be a moving target. I've seen everything from 3 months to 12 months. And so I'm thinking within 9 months, we will have hopefully a determination, but they may come back and ask questions that could limit that process. But, we are keeping in touch with them, and they've been kind enough to answer the phone and tell us to call back when we call, but, that's where we are. That is all I have.
Good, well, that's the report of audit then. Moving to, committee reports. Activities and events.
Yeah, we have our walking club, we meet up on the 10th. Typically, we're the first Saturday of each month, 10 a.m., but the first Saturday of September is the holiday weekend. We'll be meeting on the 10th. Then we also have their Thursday at Dallas. Yeah, so, September 10th at 10 a.m. 9 to 10. And then we also have, third Thursday, meet up, happy hour, hanging out at the Dallas third Thursday, which is September 15th at p.m.
Now, Mr. Dawn.
Yeah. Got to have all here with us. We'll have another thing at Ronson, growing park all day. Also, if you know any parents or any families that cope with young kids, please, let me know. You can share the contact information, we're teams, how to get together, have a parents going in our neighborhood. So plan some play dates, you can just meet up, throughout the year. The last one was quite successful too. Yeah, the last one we had about 10 families. Yeah, it was really good. It was a really great meetup. People really got to know each other, it was very organic and natural. The kids had an amazing time. So, yeah, people had great ideas about future meetup, possibly doing how doing a taking a group, get a group of us together and do a trick or treating, or doing some trunk or treats, but some different ideas. People seem to really like the cameras and the
Questions for the host.
Oh, and Andrew Her will be one of the hosts, one of the stations for this month here. So we will be volunteers.
There you go.
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
We talk about the sign up for you, well, I think it's, we're talking about sign up.
Yeah, so we have kind of genius, which is in the email that Brian sent out. We do plan on getting creative and the link, so we'll see the link. Whether it's media or, come out in. But if you know you want to volunteer, feel free to give either, get one of us, Miriam, or I, so we get your information and we'll add it to the list. And we'll put it here.
We have time for one association.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And,
We can kind of reach out to them and share their information.
Yeah, that would be good. If people first, 5 people from each association, that would be good.
and to show you how serious we are, for the first person today, the volunteers with help with the mayor family, I have a free manageable plan. Oh, give volunteers! You got this opportunity.
You want to share anything about the first party, which will be in September?
So, it may end up being a birthday party. But, what we want to do is pilot a porch party. We talk about porch party. We talked to several of our neighbors about doing it. So we're gonna kind of pilot and see what we like, don't like, and then bring that model back and then roll with it next year, okay? So our target for doing that pilot is next month, which is my birthday. Well, my birthday was 27th. I don't think we'll do that. Somewhere in the middle of the month.
We'll send out more.
And it will be better than this, yeah, better than this. You don't want people. All right, sorry.
All right, thank you very much. Any questions or comments about anything online for, Sadika?
We like the idea of parenting circle, that's what I got.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
that committee skill and formulation, Nick Wesson, Brian, and myself have been working on public relations activities. One of which was the hot cards, which are up here on the table. They have the Nick design as well as the yard signs, which are on either side of the building here. And that QR code. So the committee has gotten some traction. We've also, Brian's done a great job on social media things in terms of posting and design. So we are, in the spirit of this meeting, as I understand, look for more volunteers to help produce more of those things, okay? So when you look at the sign up, I think there's a sign up genius for committees, public relations, that's the kind of thing we're doing, graphic design, that kind of stuff, right? That's all I'm going to.
Any questions on one overall?
Nope.
Leadership.
Nick?
I don't think he's online anymore.
What?
Okay, we gave,
Yeah, he's not online anymore. He was, but he's gone.
we'll,
So I can.
yeah, I will.
So, membership committee include Beth Ford, raise your hand. Leslie. Lori Collins, who's on vacation, she refused to call in. She refused. Nick, myself, and Brian, okay? And the idea is to help the membership grow and grow tall and grow deeper roots, okay? And those roots come from investing and participating in the community. So we spend a little time updating everybody. Does everybody know what MailChimp is? You know, right? Okay. So learning about MailChimp and how we can use it to capture information. We've updated number of records in terms of people being paid, some names that weren't put in there that have been in our email box. So we're up to date on that. And looking at that, it appears that most of the people who get our emails do open. Most of them. Not all. It's interesting that. But anyway, it's just something to kind of go on. And the next stage then will be to develop a survey, either using MailChimp or one of the other tools that we use. Our website, Squarespace, it does survey. But we develop a survey that captures the interests and skills of our members. Okay, so that we can plug them into different committees and programs and activities that we have going forward. So look forward to that survey coming. Please, when it comes, open it, respond to it, and follow up. Appreciate it. Thank you.
The questions for Will, Beth, Brian, Nick or Lori on the picture. The question? Okay. Yeah.
My name was Equitas. That was great too. And I really, guys, reach out to them. They have a lot of tools. You can go and get a free COVID test there, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, it's something in our community and we should be accessing. And I really believe this. And anybody that doesn't have extra tests at their house, call them and say, dude, can we pick up 5 or 6? Even you do it everywhere. Because as everything's opening up, everybody's traveling, we are opening ourselves up to more and more of the disease because we're being exposed to more in different parts of the region. So, and as we get older, you get the COVID and then it slides into pneumonia. So, this is not stuff to be playing with. So please, please, please take care of yourself and get your shots if you have them. And Equitas is a great resource for that. So.
The question for Kim. Equitas or otherwise? Not mine. Okay. Will.
development committee is tracking 2 proposed developments in our neighborhood. One is at 1365 Brighton Road. Which is currently known as, police department. And the other development is at 1865 Oak Street, which used to be a corner store, it doesn't have a name like that. The developers of the 1365 project will be at our next meeting. And they will be making a formal presentation, their development team will be coming, so we'll be.
It's 1865 Morrison.
Yes.
Okay.
16.
No. Morrison.
1865.
It's at Oak and Morrison, yes, that's it.
Yeah, 16.
Maybe I know.
1365 Friday, Kelton.
15.
Yeah, how many?
Kelton, like, southeast corner, and Oak and Morrison, the
Right,
southwest.
that's correct, that's right.
There's a very severe,
Traffic.
travel issues. Yeah.
And they're where?
My car's over
Yeah.
there.
At which one?
Oh,
Morrison and Oak.
Oh, okay. So they're aware of that, and so, we're gonna, meet with, they gave us some dates, so in the next 5 days, we'll have a development meeting. And that's when my first objective is to understand what the project is. Because they have not been in. One of the things the project is, down there, and from my kids, they're on a track with NEAC to appear before I think the planning committee, next one.
but they are seeking a liquor license. Yeah. So they're definitely seeking the rare, so that's not, that's like.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be very clear about that. Okay, well, it was.
There's, you know, a bar, to make the basement a bar and that space.
Did you say David, did you say Buffalo?
Well, the developer for the Brighton Road, I can send it to you after this. It's from that guy named David Cleveland. But the other developer of the property here, I think is wrong. But, no, like I said, so if you want to come to that meeting, now, once I set it up, I'll copy it on mailbox. And feel free to be a friendly Q&A.
Yeah, Gary said that, NEAC has asked Morrison and Oak Development to please attend and get feedback of their current project plans to issue 0 parking and change the original plan of just a corner store to potential event space. So, thank you, Gary.
Yeah. And that's the kind of cooperation, you know, we like from, yeah, they send people to us when they.
I'm
Perfect.
Even though, well,
yeah, I think it was the only 2 projects.
even though. Okay, all right, very good. Now, I know the committee recruitment is next, but I would really like to, switch. And under, is anybody here for new business?
Number 11. So.
Yeah, new topic, not announcement.
No.
Okay, let's stop. Okay. What I really want us to have some time, I'll turn it over to Marilyn for discussion of the strategic plan proposal. And then go back to the question of committee recruitment. Okay?
So during the executive meeting that we had last week, we talked about developing like a process to kind of follow when we're making our decisions, goals and plans. And I found a work platform online, and it's called this way. Talk about the 5 phases of like project mapping, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closure. And it's not that we have to follow to the T, but it gives like an idea of how we can use, actually, a lot of the things that we're doing now, to kind of streamline everything, so we can have benchmarks for accountability, check out the work we've done, how to plan to execute the work, and then come to the conclusion of whatever project we're coming to fruition, that we would like to see come to fruition. So, we talked about it last week, and, do you want me to go into like a brief overview of each phase, or? Okay, so like an initiation would be like the brainstorming level, phase rather, where you, prioritize the activity, needs. So this is where you just kind of throw everything into the pot, figure out what you want, prioritize it, get rid of what you don't think is necessary or needed, and keep things that you are. The next would be planning. From that list, then you go from there to decide how you delegate it to, what's the energy level, like the kind of work that needs to be for these various things that you plan or need. That's where you set the budget. You define what kinds of roles, like and responsibilities. So this would be like the team captain, like the marathon we're talking about. That would be the person that your volunteers would check in with whatever work that you're working on. The execution is actually doing the work, allocating the project, managing the, these are the words from FISPA. So these are things that we would just translate to be our own, we would make it our own. This is just a guideline. And this is also the point where if you're doing something, it's taking a lot of energy, it doesn't seem to be working towards the goal, then what do we need to do to like tweak that so that it becomes a part to align with where we're going? The next thing is the like tracking the upsets and monitoring and control, which we didn't really like those words. We thought maybe a check-in or something. So there's things that we can tweak with this, but this is where you want to make sure, are we on path? Are we hitting those benchmarks? Are we doing the things that like, is everything moving in the right trajectory? Is it going in the positive direction? And if it's not, how do we make those disruptions go away? And then the last is what they call deliverables, so that's the work, what we've just done. How was the success of that project or event that we did? And then we go back and see what worked. That's when if it worked well, that's when we standardize, what didn't work, things like that. So with this project too, and this is a very superficial description of all of this, it gives us opportunity to document our process too. Because when we're brainstorming, we literally will have like a large piece of paper or whiteboard where we can write those things down, take a picture of it, and then our process to look at. After we talked about a little bit more in depth about what that process would look like, we decided that it might be a good idea to host a brainstorming session and apply this process in live action. So on Wednesday, September 6th, we are holding a brainstorming session at the East Market on the top floor. And it's going to start at 7 p.m. I put, we thought maybe an hour would be good, but we thought, well, maybe we'll just extend it for 2 hours. But the important thing is we're capping it at 2 hours. That's part of the process, is that you want to make sure that there's time in, that you don't, because you have to keep on task, right? So we're going to say 7 to 9, upstairs at East Market. And the topic that we were talking about focusing on membership engagement. But if we're doing 2 hours, maybe we start with membership engagement. If we have other things that we want to include, then we can start with processes too. But let's prioritize membership engagement because we have a lot of ideas for events that we volunteer for. And it'd be really great to grow our membership so that we can have access to those individuals and with, Mr. Rowe was talking about the survey, then tapping into finding out what their skills are and things from that survey so that we can have direct contact to ask people directly based on their skills and interest level. So one of the things that we love for you to bring on September 6th at 7 p.m. on the top floor of the East Market is a list of how you see FPCA's current membership and engagement and what you would like to see improved on in our membership engagement. So it doesn't have to be anything extensive. If it's one thing, great. If it's a list of 10 things, great. So make it in a list form so that we can throw it into that pot, we kind of prioritize or see what we think will be best, and then we just get rid of the rest and we don't have to think about it anymore. So it kind of is a way to just keep the ball moving forward, and a lot of the stuff when we do come up with ideas, we're already doing, this is kind of like keeping it more like streamlined.
Questions or comments, Karen?
Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, did I say Wednesday?
Yeah. It's also, if you're not aware, the East Market does community days on Tuesday, so there is a discount to get food, buy plant, et cetera, for anybody from the neighborhood, so it's our way of kind of also supporting the East Market while all the things are together.
And if you're starting at 7, please come early and grab, like, I had today, this amazing lemon and berry cake from an American company, it was so good. I had that, grab one,
It's fabulous.
oh, it was so good, it's so much.
I swear, it was nuts.
So just grab it. And, if you can support someone in there, come over early and grab a drink or some food. And then, this is a brainstorming session and we all can eat together.
Yeah, good, thanks very much. We decided to change the legal issue because of COVID. But, so we moved from, January to June. And even then, we weren't sure exactly when and how, whatever. It also caused us to think about, rethink some of the other programs. And so over the last few months, we've really given some thought to, there are some things we've done, and we've always talked about, my mother was like, what happened to all this ice cream social? And I'm like, well, we've been having these other social, that just got to stay. Because in the January, we had the Ringo, and we had that one big activity where everybody came. And then 6 months later, 8 months later, in August, we had a big activity in the summer that everybody came. So where is the Civic Association having those kind of big activities spread about 6 months apart? And I said, well, we're not recording, we're doing the furniture, like the state. Okay? So we really wanted to acknowledge that we have some traditional activities, and we may want to keep those traditional activities. We may not have to know. But if we do, we want to have a good reason for it. And we understand how it gets there. We know that we're talking about the IRS application, there's 4 objectives there, and even though it's a financial factor for us, when they come back to evaluate, they do look at activities as in terms of how they want to those 4 objectives. So we need to be consistent there as well. And so as we continue to move forward, and are there any questions from you?
I'm sorry. What, can you give us a brief, synopsis of this for objectives?
Sure, they have to be in our mission statement. What are organizations, which then are, from memory, one is to improve the quality of life in the neighborhood. And there are 1,000 different ways you can do it, but without the easy. The other is to reduce crime and juvenile violence. That's a federal kind of expectation. The third is decrease tensions and increase communications among long-term and new members of be they individual, household, or business. And the fourth
Okay, I get it. I'll.
Aging in place or something. Keeping people on the phone.
I'm not sure if that's in. So that's a way, so that, I mean, we always have a discussion when we get talks about, you know, where's the goal, what's the, I mean, you're trying to get to improve quality of life, and one of the ways you get there is to increase people's ability to age. Not a goal. But it's a way to do it.
Any other questions for, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I hadn't thought about that. You know, I was actually with a friend who was far east of here. He stayed in apartment complex where they used to have sign farms. New man came in and said, you can park wherever you want. Guess what happened? Oh, hell breaks. And so, you know, you're looking at that potential kind of outcome. There's some method to help people understand the expectation of homeowners. Well, it's a visit. We have one business over there. We call it Airbnbs or this other folks. And not only the weird part, but how two people they mention to you, I need to park. It's a tough one, but I work forward, and I've seen some neighborhoods attack it different ways, like putting up signs, putting notes on cars, you know, this is it. This parking areas for the out on the street of the school. Corner where.
I mean, this is something that everybody needs to understand. If you go to some type of party thing, that's going to involve money and us doing a lot of other work. So we have to figure out a way to work this out within our neighborhood. I mean, I have issues with this every time. I'm an owner occupant of the Devil, and there's all the other houses are Devils on my street. There's one other owner occupant, but one's an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And the Airbnb is a serious issue.
Yeah.
They're disrespectful. I mean, I had people over having dinner in my backyard, and they were screaming and breaking bottles 3 houses down. I stood up in my back porch and told them about it. But, you know, I mean, there was another house on the moon when I walked my dog around. It's like, okay, contact us. I mean, because they're just partying out, all the wives and their husbands every weekend during football season. It's nasty. So the Airbnb question is a very serious one that needs to be addressed. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
But I know they have internet for them.
Some consideration is given to new regulations for the short-term rental.
Yes.
I don't know where that stands now, we can follow with that.
Yeah.
It's city.
Okay.
They call it short-term rental. Because that's the
It's horrible.
And we had a trash issue with our Airbnb, and I went on Airbnb website and had to turn, they
And it was big, like, well, they do it for 5 minutes and then it happens again. So, I mean, it's just, wow.
Yeah.
And that's not like I'm a prude. I wouldn't have a good time, but for real stuff, you know.
Yeah, so,
Okay, let's pull it back in. Because, I really want to make sure that there is clarity on the strategic planning process. And that people understand this is not a board activity, it is an organizational activity. And everybody who's a member or even if you're not a member, can come in. I see there's a question or comment.
I was just gonna very quickly go through the 4 pillars. So it's just promotion and improvement of Franklin Park, past and present, by working collaboratively with our members, businesses, nonprofit organizations, government agencies, and others to address quality of life, health, and safety issues within our borders, and educating the public with respect to our physical and human assets. That's number 1. Addressing neighborhood tensions associated with neighborhood change and the challenge of fostering positive relationships among older and newer residents. Number 3, combating crime and deterioration by encouraging effective communication between our residents and the City of Columbus safety and services agencies. Number 4, encouraging open dialogue and the exchange of information of interest to residents and visitors from community activities and events. So the big thing is, how do we make sure what we're doing is routed one or more of those 4 pillars? And that's what we are asking you to help us bring to the table on Tuesday, the 6th.
Was there also a question now?
Right.
No, it was a chat.
Oh, there's a chat.
There was somebody online in the chat.
Okay, so Gary said September, October, I believe there's a housing summit led by Councilwoman Shayla Favors that tackles this as well as other topics.
That's good. So we should definitely get that housing stuff.
Yes.
Can you ask her, how do we find the information for the date?
for her,
For Shayla Favors?
so we, Franklin Park subscribes to the email newsletter of all city council. So they come to our mail.
Okay.
And the public service director and county commission and stuff.
Okay, have all the information for the right?
That's
Other
either
questions?
one of those 2 sentences too.
Any, other comments on the, strategic plan? It's really, really important that we, you know.
And again,
Huh?
it's a little much.
She's saying, like, they would have any more questions on strategic plan.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
meanwhile,
So, please, get in touch with Miriam, you know, person, just, if you have any questions whatsoever. Because it's really important that we have as many people as possible at the Trolley Bar on, September 6th. Okay, we have your input. Who was the address committee, recruitment? Who was committee recruitment?
Sign up genius?
I think it ties into the conversation on the 6th.
Yeah.
It helps us figure out how to engage more people, because we do need help with our committees, that's where most of it's coming down to. We need help with our committees, and we need to make sure what we're doing is aligned with, again, our values and what the neighborhood is asking of us.
Is there any way to have the kind of, raising that poll, what we're interested in before then? Because I just think that would be information to go over, like, so many percentage are interested in this or whatever, so you know that we're aligned.
Yeah.
Well, really is that whole, right? So the goal for the brainstorm is, how do we figure out what it is that what we're interested in? Because one of the things that I was thinking is that, a lot of us here in this room are the ones that are doing a lot of work. How do we get the other members, that are, part of that? But maybe not necessarily in the really. So too, that I think some of us are getting, overwhelmed with big. So what would be ideal if our communities actually function as we focus on the communities that we're kind of addressing, so activities, helping us, and then we come to the table with full, okay, this is what we're doing, and this is how it's supporting our growth. Because I think what happens is that we come from our point of community perspective, and then we hold themselves in other things that are happening. And so everything, I think our effort level is getting kind of distributed to a lot of different places instead of focusing on one area of expertise. So I think I like the idea of goals. One of the goals, who's going to create that goal? You know, like before it happens, we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So, oh, we are going to just.
Well,
We didn't talk, yeah, we are going to survey. So the membership committee, sorry. The membership committee actually go on to where your committee with data.
Right.
Mr. Lewis and Brian.
Did you guys get the membership committee in the last meeting, that we put out just a little list that we typed up on the Word document?
Right.
And then I can forward it again to the FPC civic one, but.
That's where it was the first time.
Yeah.
The John Parkland survey,
Yeah, and I think that.
yeah, so the other one is, we look at.
Well, let me just say this, and I'm serious. How many of you have gotten engaged in something because you got sick? Nobody. You got in well, Brian is different. Okay, we excuse Brian. But seriously, you got involved because somebody asked you. Let's go to the movie. What's in the park this week? You see what I'm saying? People got to ask people. You got to reach out to people. A survey is not going to get it. I get thousands, hundreds of emails every week. But when the phone calls and somebody gets my ear, and in addition to that, showing people. That's why we did this annual program. When we talk about committees, we said, this is what we're talking about. Come and get involved in this kind of stuff. You know, talking about it one thing, but show them, send them to our website, bring them to a meeting.
People are fear of losing something.
Yeah.
Or the desire to get something. Or those moments. And if they want to come back.
So those are great ideas to bring to the brainstorming session. How do you curate something that supports those kinds of things, right? So it's like, and a survey was something we just came up with, it doesn't mean that's what we have to go forward with. So I think like, one of the things about a brainstorming session is that you vote on it. You vote to see what works best for the community as a whole and the members. And I think too, it's like, I think there's a difference of cultures too that we have to make sure that we're paying attention to. Like, I'm not a computer savvy person. I like seeing the yard signs out there when there's events going on because I'm a visual person, and that's how I learn about a lot of things that are going on in the neighborhood. But I'm also a person that just has no problem filling out a survey. And that's something I do as well. So it's like, I think we have to be aware of culturally our members too. Like, where are they in age, in size, in experience, or what can we have feel? But I think that this is why brainstorming session would be really ideal, because then we can hear from everyone. You know, we can take turns sharing what it is that we desire to see for the organization. Because I think we all have the same mission and goal of wanting to make sure it's successful and everyone's staying served. And I think that and so we have differences of opinions too, and different ways of functioning. So why can't we do a little bit of all of it and just making sure that we're listening to one another, you know?
Good, thank you very much. Any other questions or comments on the plan? Everybody mark their day? What was that saying?
Gary will send the information on the house and once we have it.
Great, thank you, Gary. Any other questions or comments on strategic retraining, committee recruitment, forcing ahead. Announcements, discussion, new items, any random thoughts? Yep, Brian.
Alright. So, good news. Coda has decided to keep the number 11 as it is. There's will be a service up Brighton Road, but that doesn't mean it's over yet. January proposed change will take place on September 15th and 20th. And then change will be made starting on private to hire, 2018. And then also number 11 is the long-term reroute, which is the Hudson Street project. So we'll use Rubber Road on the north end of that line for the next 2 years. There are other reroutes in the system due to the 7071 project, like around downtown. The return.com/service changes and schedules are posted up. And then for the 4 busiest routes, which include the Main Street and Broad Street lines, there will be 40-minute service on Sundays, and then 40 minutes for the longer trips. And then there will be 30-minute service before 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and then about 45 minutes before 7 a.m. on Sundays. So, and then number 22, there will not be any changes made. The income assistance pilot program is going to be permanent starting next Thursday, September 1st, and also included, this was announced in the proposed change in the public comments today, with participants being eligible for income assistance. And then mainstream customers can now book trips online. So that, and then the South Side Plus Zone is going to be expanded to include the Jackson Pike Correction Center. We're also doing on-demand service pilots for the new correction center on the west side. And then also, and then the second page, the agenda includes a bunch of events happening, and then going forward, we're going to do a link to our events calendar. Then other community events, there are a lot going on Labor Day weekend. Main Street will be closed again this year for the Labor Day block party. Actually, face messages on September 22nd, right before next season. And then, oh yeah, check out the Tokyo show here. That's up to the 11th. And you got to go see the music concert. You got to see a few of the examples of where the sun went down. And we had a great turnout for Rise Up Steve us as well, too. So.
Can you talk a little bit about what happened there? I wasn't able to make it. What happened? Yeah, talk a little bit about.
Oh yeah, there are a couple of bands there. Kate was there touting the elections, and then city had all those departments there, agencies there, county had agencies there. I posted some pictures on our Facebook page from both the Pro Musica and Rise Up C-Bus events, and it was amazing. It is held across from the northwest corner of the park, and even our own neighborhood celebrity, Dr. Bertley, stopped by. And I got a picture of our liaison, Jesus, with the mountain patrol.
Dr. Berkeley also stopped by for the Aqua Fest Sunday.
Before or after the race?
Before then.
Oh, yes.
It was interesting because both, we had a real concern in June about the regal, but almost every outdoor festival has had a music service. There's the Latin Festival, everybody has been down. I think, we were concerned, but looking back, we did good. We really did. Considering everything, we were able to shape we were fine. I'm going to continue then the World Class Operation, the rapid fire. August 27th, there's a meeting, but it is the Nelson, they say between Nelson and Academy Park, which is industry extended, but if you're interested in participating in cleanup this Saturday, there is training to 1 p.m. You get a t-shirt and lunch is available. Yeah. T-shirts. Yeah, t-shirt hot. You're gonna pick up
They're gonna need St. Charles.
Yeah. Any other, okay.
What time?
10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, September 27th.
August. Oh, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Same time.
They don't tell Brian, let's break spring line, that hot time to do that to the health department, on September 9th and 11th, we're looking for vendor. The association wants to set up a little let's chat sign, to engage people, or in any way, let us know, okay, it's that kind of little festival. And then will be the children's parade with Central Community House, that's gonna be Saturday. So excited for that. And I also said looking that there's the Home Historical Society, and they have a show called 70s Music Explosion. They're closing that exhibit on Tuesday. It is, they have a special viewing Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. If you look up under Columbus Historical, and they are renovating the great firehouse building. Announcement on Tuesday. We also have a closing reception on Tuesday, 30th. But it's a nice little.
I got to see the 7 last October, pretty neat to see all those artifacts.
Where is the exhibit at?
It is no, what, 315 in town, like right over by.
717
You
West
have to
Town.
go online for the map, but you can't just, right?
Is it in, it's not in the Jimmy Ray building? Okay.
Right.
This side, you don't want
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got one. I want to. What do you recommend? Go ahead.
I think does African American now 11 states presents really in real talk was focusing on Black mental wellness. It's during Wednesday, August 23rd, 24th. That's tomorrow, Brandon Library. I don't know the program about it. I think those see what's other stuff. Real men, real talk, focusing on Black mental wellness. The 6 p.m. The Brandon Library, 22. I got 4 cards, so one.
Yeah. I think real interesting how they move the walk for year-round service.
Right. People there, I kind of need to meet other family back. Race, you walk. That's like that. There.
Tuesday's happening on that. First, the Westfield Market, from 3 to 6. Next week, that's right. And the last day, at Maple Park, it's also the gas coalition. Our urban gas coalition, like what comes first.
Put in a cooler in your car and go down to the gas. Okay, I want to share something with you that has come up and that is in the process of unfolding. Will be unfolding over the next 2 years. A consortium of garden organizations, nonprofit on the Erie side, have managed to be awarded a little bit of money to look at food production, moving food production, or increasing household food production, and then moving it to a commercial scale. I said, a little bit of money, and all the stuff kind of good to say this way. It's only about $250,000, but it is for 2 years, and we will really be looking very closely to see how individual beauty gardens and how individual backyard gardens can be upgraded. So please, keep this in mind. I will be sitting on the one next week, we'll kick off with the lecture series at the, OSU Kimberly Community Extension Center at Mount Vernon and Monroe on, Wednesday, September, Wednesday the 7th. First Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday the 7th, and the Tuesday the 6th, I'm here. So Wednesday the 7th, we will have, the first, every other month lecture series, looking at basically African American entrepreneurs who would come through the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Sciences at OSU. I'll send Laura. Okay. So there's a learning that within the next 2 years, if we grow, you will see we grow all over. It's going to be we grow India, we grow agriculture, we grow. So for 2 years, you will see it.
This was, Martin Luther
Yes. Because everyone that was yesterday, on Monday. Yes, that was there. Now part of it. Okay, so we grow. Engineering side, basically, we're developing a model. You know, and we hope that we adopted, throughout Ohio and the rest of the US. So it's a model, really looking at that. Six thirty or 7. But I won't get it. You'll see. You're gonna see soon. That comes up for our training. Oh, it is? At 6:30. These things out. All right. Okay, so yeah, so the devil will be the Royal Green Award. Why did I have to do this? Wow. Okay, any other announcements?
Oh, yes, some people, all had their back to school giveaway last Saturday. They gave away a lot of, all the book bags, all the ice cream. Shout out to Brian Moore, Seamless Libraries, of course, Honey Georgie, whose likeness, they will always be on the corner of Miller, and then Ina from Snip-Off Blog for hosting it 2 years in a row. I think it's going to be an annual event. And then if you're looking to start your own business, University of St. John is revamping their small business series to a virtual lunch and learn format starting Wednesday, September 21st, which is the Wednesday before our next meeting. So it's going to be 2-to-1, same 5 topics, developing a business plan, insurance, taxes, raising loans, and then the co-founder of the series will be talking about social media and marketing.
I'm so sorry. Those people who are online, next time you got to come, but everybody here tonight is going to go at least one, and except for Kate, they have at least one and about 2 fresh mangoes for your
CHH, would you give me a number between 1 and 15? Winston!
I have one announcement. You may have heard about competing, you may have heard about some of the drama that's come out from East High's band. So they had their band camp here this year. They couldn't afford to go to band. And so the neighborhood, part of the stress was that they were out practicing with the bass drum until after 12:30 at some of the nights that they were practicing. People didn't know why they were at the high school practicing until 12:30. We were minding our business because we were just happy that we were playing bass drums instead of taking things that they did not get in trouble with, but we as it was a lack of communication, so I talked to the band director, Coach Woods, and Antoine, who's the other assistant band director, and Mrs. Zig, who's like their longtime band person. So what we've done is we've created a fundraiser for the band. The band has some needs financially. They have to pay because somebody complained about the marching, so they have to get the marching permit and 2 off-duty police officers to come and do every home game. But that's why we may not have, we always go out about 6 o'clock on the corner of Parkwood and Long Beach to watch the play. So, but part of the reason why they haven't been able to do some of these games is because it's $100 a game to pay for those folks to come and do it. So we put together a fundraiser. I worked with Protina because they have a 501c3 and they had a PayPal. So Nick was able to get that set up for us. So we do have an online platform through Otina to be able to give money to the band. What I can tell you is that we've already raised $600 needed for the marching band. For McCleese, that was raised in 2 hours. But what I can tell you is that we're continuing to raise money because why? So to Coach Woods' point, you know, I'm not just continue to just mind my business and not walk across the street, which was also almost equally unhelpful to call, you know, to complain about them playing swimming night. Because there's some needs that the kids have that we as neighbors can support them with. And so this fundraiser, beyond the $600, is being used to collect money for things that the band needs, like pieces of their uniforms, like stats and things like that. And then I found out that their trombones are being held together with tape. And like they've been soldered too many times to really continue to repair. Many of these kids, I didn't notice either. This explains why they sound the way that they do, and I was being a little judgy. They may have never played an instrument before they did it to the high school band. And so they are getting them in, you know, 3 or 4 years ready to be accepted into HBCU marching bands on full scholarships by the time that they finish this. So I think that's a huge plus to the band staff who run this to make it to these kids and give it a choice to go to college for free if they want to for a ride. But that, so as a neighborhood, I think it's on us to then help fill gaps. And so a couple things. One, we have a fundraiser. It's online. I can get you the information if you're interested in donating. The money's going to be funneled through Otina, so we can purchase items. They set up an Amazon Prime store with their business account with a 501c3. So if they did want to order things on Amazon, it's tax-free, shipping free, etc. They also help function with that function. But then beyond that, to help fund what they say, like what do they need, right? So band instruments or whatever else. And so the staff, since they're on strike, things are a little weird. So I'm just letting the fundraiser run. At this point this morning, last night we were at $1,500 raised so far. So we need to kind of maybe pick up the momentum a little bit. And then we'll close it down. And what we're going to do beyond this is I've invited them to come and bring some of their students to the community engagement committee. Surprise. And have some student leadership on that, because I think it would give them some opportunities to be able to have extra letters of recommendation if they did want to go to school, and opportunities to demonstrate leadership within our neighborhood in a meaningful way and have some mentorship from other people who are leaders in this neighborhood, at least through the commission, and then also being able to get them plugged into city council internships with the Department of Neighborhoods, mayor's office, who knows, right? So we have an opportunity to funnel our East kids into these things because I'll push for it. So I just want you to be aware of what we're trying to grow with this. And then the band leader said, well, we have some other kids that aren't in band, but we still have them under permission. And I was like, absolutely, yes, we want to do that. So these are the things that I'm trying to use, like lead no good crisis, like underutilized. So I'm trying to use this complaining effort, which was in some ways validated, but also very annoying and not great. So I'm trying to use this as an opportunity for us to really invest and communicate better with the school, because they had an event in their parking lot a couple weeks ago, but there's some different things that happened in that parking lot, and I didn't know what it was, and there was no signage. Well, it turned out it was one of the big band fundraisers, but nobody knew. I mean, our neighbor is an East alumni and didn't know. So to that point, right, the band and us all need to be making efforts to communicate better. And the staff was like, oh, we've just been paying for this out of pocket. They've been paying for the marching band out of their pocket for the marching fees. And I was like, but you didn't have to do that. If the neighborhood would have helped you, you just had to say you needed it. But they didn't know who to say it to. And if you're focused and you're so busy right here, it's hard to look up and look for folks. So they do need help with grant writing. That is, if you know people who are gifted at that, who could help with that, we do need help with that. But Coach Woods is really open to connecting with the neighborhood and said, if you ever need kids for neighborhood cleanups or other volunteer activities, a lot of them need community service hours, and they're very happy to help. So yes, ma'am.
In fact, the band is the reason why we won those awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our events. We had events in the garden, the choir.
Yeah.
The band members came. So it's a relationship that has fallen by the wayside over the past however many years. We have a wonderful relationship with them. In fact, former principal was a neighbor. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She died. And we had a relationship before he could even live here. But
well, I talked to people who went in, and I know at some point there's been a new principal. She tried to connect and could never get through.
Right.
One of the school counselor had been, the guidance counselor, I think it was, had been a member of the church down the street, St. Philip's, from us, St. Philip's Presbyterian. Sorry, no, the one on my. Okay, sorry. So we had some connection, but then the pandemics happened, and then the bands didn't happen, and so they need some help. So I'll send you the information, but if you're interested in helping make a meaningful connection with this, we have it. It's set up, it's ready to go, and so I just wanted to report back to you that I'm trying to be accountable to that relationship to them, because the kids really need that support, and they're so sweet. They're so sweet. The kids are so nice. I went over on their last day of the end, and they just work so hard. And so, if you want to come out, I'll get you the schedule for the home game. If you want to come out in the corner of Parkwood and watch the march, it's not too far from where you're at. But they could use the extra support. So thank you for letting me know that.
The first home game, depending on how things go with the strike, is next Saturday. They're playing Scott High School.
They don't have enough reps. And so because there are not enough reps, they're having to move their games to Thursday nights or often Saturday afternoons. The kids are really bummed out about it. So if we can still be out to see them march, they would really appreciate that. So yeah.
But again, it's all been done there. The strike is all.
Okay, go.
Motion.
Second.
Yeah, all right.